How's it going, everybody? It's Colt here. Unless you've been evolving under a rock, you'll know that Lennox, the first of the Tier 5 hunters, has been released as of last night. She is the first female assault, the first hunter to use a melee weapon, and the first old grandma that we've got in Evolve. So, she's pretty beast though. Even if that old grandma part doesn't really appeal to you, you'll probably like her in-game gameplay. I'm gonna go ahead and pop into a game of arena mode. I figured I'd preview combat and not chasing after the monster for several minutes to just kind of get you guys into the action here. She's a really interesting character with some cool mechanics. In my opinion, she's like a, if you're doing poor, you're gonna be doing really poor, and if you're doing good, you're gonna be doing really good kind of character. She doesn't have that consistency of Markov, but she's got a much wilder swing in her battle effectiveness based on how you're doing. This first battle, I'm pretty much just gonna go over the Plasma Lance here because it's got some complicated-ish mechanics. As you can see, those boxes under my reticule, there is a damage modifier for the amount of times that you consecutively hit the monster. Just hit them 4 times, I get those 4 boxes filled, and as you can see at the top, I've got a 4x damage multiplier going. This can be reset by a few things. First, like you saw there, because I can't see this Goliath in all these trees, a miss will reset it. If you get hit by the monster, it is also reset. And last but not least, there's that bar underneath those boxes that shows the timer. If you let that timer run out between your Plasma Lance hits, it is also going to reset. So one thing, as you can see there, it's kind of important to not just spam the lance. You need to be sure that you're able to hit the monster, otherwise you're going to reset your multiplier and do worse than you otherwise would, and that's kind of where I said she's more of a wild swing in her effectiveness type of character. But that's the basics of the Plasma Lance. Just take it easy and keep that multiplier going and you'll be doing a lot of damage. Her second ability, or rather weapon, is her Autocannon, which acts pretty much like an anti-air cannon. Sounds like it, looks like it. It's got that flat look to its hits. This is a really reliable and surprisingly damaging secondary. Really useful for if your personal shield is down and you need to play it safe instead of being in the thing's face. And please take time to do that when you need. I've been playing with some Lennox characters or players that just kind of sit in the monster's face even when they're low health and with no shield. So you still want to play smart despite being a beastly robot melee character. So anyway, that's pretty much the gist of that. It looks like there's some splash from that flak, but I can't confirm that quite yet. I'll probably just update the details of this video when I find that out for sure. Last but not least is her Thunderstrike ability, which I've used a couple times. Really good for mobility and spiky burst damage. It's something that may be affected by her multiplier that she gets for the Plasma Lance hits, but I can't confirm that quite yet either. In any case, that's the basics of Lennox. Get in its face when you can, get out and use that autocannon when you can't, be steady and consistent to keep up that multiplier, and you'll do a lot of damage to the monster. This was just kind of a quick peek. I'll have some more gameplay hopefully soon-ish. I know I've been kind of really busy and not on top of that for you guys, and I apologize about that. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed, and gotta go.